you all want to flip to the last page, where it is. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the title. It says works cited, there's an S. And does anyone know why?
Because there's more than one.
Exactly, perfect. Because there's more than one article or piece of work that you're referencing. And the title is not bolded, it's not underlined, it's the same text and size as the rest of the words on the page. Okay, it's not bolded, nothing different. So now we have three different pieces right here. We have the book and the two articles you guys have. How are they in order? Can I tell me? Alphabetical, exactly, perfect. So we're going to go over the book first. So I know you guys have a different book than this one, but we're going to go over it. So the author is William Golding, and that's what the first part is. And then the title. And now, you guys have a different publisher, but where do you guys get the information? What's this called?
A book.
It is a book, but what page is this? I don't know. Index. Title page. So it has the title and the author, and then who printed it. So this one was printed by Penguin Books. And on the back side of it is the Versa, and that's where you get all your information. It has the year it was published, who published it, where it was published, and that's all exactly right there. Now at the end we have the word print. It's because it was a book. If we printed an article, would we have the word print at the end?
Nope.
No, what would we have? Any ideas? Not printed. We would have the word web because we got it off the internet. Even though we printed it and it was actual print in words, we just have the word print for books themselves. So the next article we're going to look at is the one from Kruger, which is the Time article. Okay. So for this one, who's the author?
Kluger.
Kluger, that's right. So is that the first part in your works cited?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And do we know who published it?
Yep.
Yes, exactly. And do we know when it was published?
Yep. 2007.
Exactly, November 21st, 2007. So that information is right there for you. So it's not hard. Whereas the next article you guys had was this one. Which was the English literature one. Do we know what the title is? Exactly.
No.
Do we know where we got the information? Or where we can go get more information about it?
Bottom.
Yep, at the bottom. So what we had to do was, Miss Warren and I, we went to the website and we went back to figure out where it was from. And that's how we got the information. And the title is English literature. So if you want to double check yours, make sure it's the same. And we know that it was from the GCSE Bite Size, and it was printed on, or published on BBC in 2013. And we got it off of the web when we did. It was the 10th of January. And make sure you put the year or when you guys got it or were handed it. And it was off the web. So we know it was the internet. And then, so those are the three. Does anyone have any questions about the works cited specifically? No? Are we good? Ready to go on? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So now, we're going to talk about the actual quotes. So now, for the quotes, if we got this quote in our paper and it said there was no light left save that of the stars, and we had it from Golding, 83, do we put the period on the inside or the outside of the parentheses?
The outside.
The outside. Make sure you guys do that. It's on the outside of the parentheses. And we have the page number because it's in a book. If it's from one of the articles, you do not need to put a page number, because if I printed it out on my computer and you print it out on yours, the page numbers might be different. And so it's only for the book that we need to put the page number. Now if I put in the beginning of the sentence, according to Golding, there was no light left save that of the stars, do I need to put his name again in the parentheses?
No.
Why?
You already said.
I already said it, exactly. So if you say the title or the author in the beginning of it, you do not need to say it again. But you still need to do the page number because why? It's a
Book.
Exactly. Now, almost dumbfounded kindness. Do I have to put a page number or the author after it?
Page, oh, nothing.
No, why not?
Article,
Uh-huh.
and you already say.
Exactly, perfect. Thank you. And now one last one. Okay. So for this example, this was someone's in your grade's paper. So we have the character talks, and then we have one quote. Simon pushed his way to Ralph's elbow, and then she talks. And then it says, this shows, through the forest. Then she talks more, and then she says, we used his specs, he helped that way. And then she talks more, and then there's one more quote. Then he took the line of his hands, he freed them from the rocks and the figure from the winds in the beginning. Now, after all three of those quotes, she said the author and the 3 page numbers. Why? Does anyone know why she didn't do it after every single quote?
Distracting.
Well, it could be distracting, exactly. It's all from the same book or the same article. So you can quote it just at the end with the author and then the 3 quotes. So you know if I wanted to go look up in the book, page 117, I should find the first quote. Page 42, I find the second one, and 147, I would find the third. And that's all in order. Now, if I did, Kluger said, da-da-da-da-da, and then I started talking more about from Golding, and I quoted him, then I went back to Kluger, I would have to do it specifically for each author, because it's broken up. If this whole paragraph, just like she did, was all from the same source, and it was only her own words, with Golding's examples, then you could just quote it at the end. Does everyone understand that? Yes, no, maybe? Got any questions?
No.
No? You sure? Is there any other questions?
Can you explain why the page numbers are in that order?
Oh, yes. Because it's page 117, the first quote, Simon pushed his way to Ralph's elbow. That's on page 117. The next quote, 42, which is, we used his specs. That's the way he helped out. And then the last quote is 147. If you put them in a different order, they would not match up with the quotes, and you wouldn't be giving him the credit that he deserves in that order. So they line up just like in order of the paragraph.